俺がサポートするからな。
し頼もしい繊維だ。よし、一緒に行こう。いや。
Hello everybody, I am Kris from SleepFaxis.com and I'm here today with Teflon. Say hello, Teflon.
Hello.
And we are going to talk about One Piece Burning Blood, which is a video game adaptation of the One Piece manga / anime. Apparently it's been going for nearly 20 years. Tef, do you know anything about One Piece at all?
I do not.
My brother is into this, I think, but I don't know anything about it.
Possibly. It is quite popular. I know that there are other people on the Sixth Axis who do watch this and are interested in it.
Yeah, I think,
but unfortunately, we are recording this on Mother's Day weekend, and that has put a spanner in the works.
Apparently they all have mothers. Oh.
They do, yes. Apparently, I'm baffled by this. I don't actually. I just appeared into this world. What was it?
Just fully formed at your current height, wearing Toshis. It was odd.
Exactly. That's exactly how I came to be. But I do know, like, one or two little things. Like, I've picked up the main character is called Luffy. He's a pirate, and he's made out of rubber. So he's kind of like a piratical Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, that's probably that. Let's run with that. That's probably what it's about. I was reading something about One Piece this week. I think it's like there's an elemental combat system like Pokemon, and because he's made of rubber, it makes him really hard to beat. Because like you can't attack rubber with like fire or electricity or water. It doesn't really do anything to it.
Why didn't they just glue him to stuff?
I know. I was just thinking that solved. But I guess you need to find something that's made of glue. Like
that's just like cheap PVA.
Yeah, or that. just throw glue at him.
Just throw glue at him.
That's solved.
Fantastic. But yeah, I mean those powers, and everybody's got crazy weird powers in what I played and what I saw. Something to do with devil fruits.
Okay.
And hacky abilities and stuff like that. And so
I really like how you're just trying to piece the plot of the entire series together.
These probably have something to do with the story. Devil fruits, I'm guessing. Just
run with it. That's probably what it's about. So is this actually related to One Piece Pirate Warriors in any way? Because that game seems to constantly have versions coming out, like Naruto.
No, it's not actually related to that outside of being One Piece.
Yeah, I got the element that they are both set in the One Piece universe.
Well, I'm glad that you got on. I think Bandai Namco will be very pleased by that.
Their branding has worked.
It's true. No, so that is using the Warriors gameplay, where you are running around. You are one person or a couple of people.
Like Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors. And you're fighting dozens, hundreds, thousands of enemies at one time. It's just like nonsense, basically. But this is actually a one-on-one fighter. So it's a lot more like Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. It's a lot more like that game, and like that's kind of my most recent point of reference when it comes to fighting games as well.
Not Street Fighter, the billionth entry in the never-ending series of Naruto fighting games. I didn't realise that the Warriors what they were using as the kind of franchise for that series of games.
Well, yeah, because
that style of play.
You've also got it with Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So they've always got the Warriors, so you kind of know what kind of game it is.
In terms of a fight, as a fighting game, though, how does this play? Is it like Tekken? Is it like Naruto? What are we talking?
It's sort of.
Those are the only two fighting games. Tekken.
Those are basically, that's basically the two ends of the spectrum. And I think it's kind of is leaning more towards Naruto, but it's not as simplistic as that game. This is a bit more involved. So you're using 3 other face buttons, one of which is for blocking. You can break blocks. You've got a very simplistic system for pulling out special attacks, which is you basically hold the left shoulder button as a modifier for the face buttons, and so that makes it really easy to just churn out special attacks, and those are like set in stone. Those buttons always do the same thing. It doesn't matter what character you're on, and so you don't have to learn complicated combos or anything like that. You've also got a tag team system, so it's actually 3v3.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can switch between them, and that's actually really quite cool because you can use the tag team system as a counter.
Oh, and sweet, yeah.
Yeah, and if you time it just right, then there's a little cutscene where one of the other characters goes, "Oh, it looks like you need a hand," or whatever, and then runs in and punches the guy
Oh,
in the
that's
face.
really cool. So it's not like in, say, Marvel vs. Capcom, where you can go just tag out and avoid attack. It's actually slightly more contextual.
Yeah,
you actually get
strictly-
like a little cutscene, as you say, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you get like a tiny little cutscene, and then you get the advantage basically from this. But a nice and quite funny point was that I think I managed to at one point counter a counter.
Okay, I'm on board with
So
that.
each character's got their own particular health bar as well. So you've got 3 health bars to work through, and you've got 3
Yeah.
characters to defeat. So instead of having a shared thing, which some games have had in the past,
Bad games have that. Good games have this system. This
I think
is
the
the
most
correct way.
yeah, it's just that tactical element of it's like, oh, okay, do I put in this person who's now got the full health bar? Or do I need to save this person? Do I just get killed? Whatever. As you're fighting and you're landing hits and stuff, there's a meter that builds up, and you've got like support characters.
Okay.
And these are not characters which will join you on the field of battle, but they might be able to give you a HP boost,
All right.
or make them slightly more agile, something a little bit like that.
Toss a steel chair into the ring, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. It's not exactly wrestling,
Oh,
but you
it should be.
maybe that happens in a later manga. I don't know. They have
We have
wrestling
no
competition.
idea.
We have no idea. But more important is the big meter which lets you unleash like a transformation and a special attack. So Luffy can become this big, huge barrel-chested thing, which kind of looks like a barrel. And then another click of the right analog stick, because for some reason that's what they're using, that lets him just have this big, powerful attack.
Sweet.
And it's like a guaranteed hit. A different character he actually turns into a T-Rex in a cape, which is just
That's
ridiculous.
awesome. I'm very on board with that. I like everything you're telling about me. We've made very clear we know nothing about One Piece, but I'm becoming more and more invested in this game.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And then he feels incredibly overpowered because you can just run around as a T-Rex for about 40 seconds. And I think...
Or just like chomping people.
Right, basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's just ridiculous. I can't even remember what his most powerful attack was off the top of my head, but it's...
His most powerful attack is just the fact he's a T-Rex.
I think it might be that.
So what are we talking in terms of characters? Is this like the whole cast of One Piece or the whole main cast? Or
Yeah, so I mean, this was specifically a demo build. So this was I could play solo or I could play 1v1, and did do that for a little bit. There's 21 characters, I think it was, which I could pick from, and I don't think that's the entire cast. But you've got everything from the Luffys, which are kind of a clan. You've got the Whitebeards, which is actually a misnomer because the leader has got a white moustache, but not the rest.
Treachery.
It's just ridiculous. You've got the Marines, who all have caps on which say Marines on the front, which I find hilarious. And they've all got big capes. They've all got like big military capes.
That's pretty great.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to cover a lot of the bases with the main cast and probably the extended cast as well.
Nice. And what we're looking at in terms of a story mode. I mean, all these games that spin out of anime seem to have some kind of story mode in them.
Yeah, they do, and like you'd think that they'd have covered it enough in the Warriors games, but they do have Paramount mode, which is basically just a story mode. You've got 4 different scenarios for 4 of the clans. You've got the Luffys, you've got the Whitebeards, and stuff like this, and it's going to chart a lot of the anime story, basically.
Okay, that's cool.
One-on-one matchups. Or the one that they showed us was a one-on-one matchup, and it had a big in-engine cutscene, which actually looked really good. And actually, the whole game looks really, really good. But the Paramount mode, it actually looked really, really hard. We weren't allowed to play it. This was just for the developers who come over
just
from
to show off.
Yeah, just to show it off. And they actually really struggled, and they couldn't beat this big bad guy.
Nice. That's what you want, though.
I think so. Yeah. It looked like a difficult and tough fight, and it's sort of tied into the story where the big guy wanted the little guy to join his group.
Okay, I see.
I don't know what I'm talking about, Chris.
We need to do another podcast where we get like Jim or Dave on to just be like, explain One Piece to us. What are we looking at in terms of platforms here?
So it's out on PlayStation 4, of course, but it's also coming to PlayStation Vita, and this is going to be the first time that there's a One Piece video game on an Xbox console, because it's coming to Xbox One and Microsoft Windows. So, yeah.
And what about release?
It's coming out on June 3rd in Europe, and that's actually, we're getting it last. America get it in May, and Japan gets it in April.
Oh, okay, so we've got a little way to go here in Europe. Right, well, that sounds really interesting. I actually kind of want to play it, which is weird given, I don't know anything about One Piece. But I'm very in favour of tag team fighting games.
And T-Rexes.
And T-Rexes in capes. And guys who all their hats say Marine. It sounds brilliant. It sounds properly bonkers.
The main Navy guy, the Marine guy, he's got a freaking seagull stood in his head.
That sounds incredible!
I know.
Ah, so cool. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe for more videos just like it. Of course, you can also like us as well. If you want to get other content from us, you can go over to sickfaxes.com where you can find more of our videos and also written content and all that kind of thing. But for now, goodbye.
Goodbye.
俺だって強くなったんだ。ルフィにだって負けねえぞ。
よし、じゃあ勝負しようぜ。で、終わったら一緒に飯食って寝よう。
ルフィ先輩のゴムゴムのピストル、俺ルフィ先輩に近づくために練習したんだべ。
お、じゃあどっちが強いかやってみっか。
ずいぶん長く旅をした。けりをつけようぜ海軍。
こりゃこちらもただじゃ済まんぞ。
チョッパー、今助ける。よっ、ディズニーマグナム。はっ、ペロー。
よっ、踏んだね。バリア。海軍だべ。年並みには勝てぬか。
ディズニーマグナム。チクショー。
何をやってるんだ。
小賢しい即刻正義は
休んでろ。しゃあ。ディズニーマグナム。見てろ。
小沢だけの正の塊 若く無様そういうバカ好きだぜ